Science tells you your blood type is just a label for a bag of cells, a technical detail for emergencies. It's a fact filed away on a medical chart EABAB. And while the science is true and astonishingly complex with its hundreds of antigens, it's only one chapter of a much bigger story. What if that label is not the end of the story, but the title page? What if your blood type is the signature of your soul, a spiritual fingerprint left behind by a choice you made before you ever took your first breath? What if it's the key to an instruction manual for your life's purpose, one that ancient traditions have known how to read for centuries? Stick with me, because I'm going to show you how to find that key and unlock the door. This path isn't about rejecting science. It's about adding wisdom. It's about understanding that there are truths the microscope was never designed to see. What you are about to hear could change the way you see yourself forever, aligning you with the true north that has been encoded within you from the very beginning. In my tradition, we don't look for truth in complicated theories, but in the elegant simplicity of reality. We teach that the universe is a single, unified consciousness. From the orbit of a star to the rhythm of your own pulse, nothing is random. Everything is a message. Your physical traits, your innate talents, and yes, your blood type are not accidents of biology. They are energetic frequencies, notes in the unique song that is your soul. I would never ask you to dismiss medical knowledge. Honor it. But now I invite you to see with new eyes. See your blood not as a biological fluid, but as liquid light, a river of consciousness flowing through you, carrying the frequency of your purpose. Think of your blood type not as a rigid box that defines you, but as a lens that clarifies you. It doesn't set your destiny in stone, but it does reveal the landscape of your journey. In spiritual psychology, blood represents our deepest life force, our ancestry, our core self. This wisdom is a tool for liberation, not limitation. It's your energetic starting line. Your blood type gives you your natural advantages, the design of your vehicle for this life. But you are the driver. Your free will determines the journey. Before we explore each path, hold this one idea above all else: you are the composer of your life. This knowledge simply helps you understand the instrument your soul chose to play. I teach that the 4 primary blood types are 4 primary spiritual archetypes. Each has a sacred purpose, a unique set of gifts, and its own profound challenges. This is the curriculum your soul designed to learn, to evolve, and to contribute its irreplaceable music to the symphony of existence. Find your archetype, open your mind, and listen for the echo of your own purpose. We start with type O. In the story of humanity, this is the foundational energy. I call this archetype the bedrock. Not a fighter, but the unshakable foundation itself. The energy of the source, the beginning, the primal creative force. The frequency of type O is one of relentless forward momentum. It is the energy of decisive action, clear focus, and a will of forged iron. If you are type O, you are an anchor in the storm. You are the embodiment of resilience and natural leadership. You are deeply connected to the core, practical energy of the earth. Your instinct is to build, to achieve, to make things real. There is a fundamental self-assurance in your spirit, an independence that can seem unbreakable. Your inner dialogue is simple and direct. What's the next step? How do we win? How do we make this happen? You are here to move the world. A type O spiritual mission is to be a conduit for pure, creative will. Your purpose is to take the grandest visions and ground them in concrete reality. You are the builders of the new, the protectors of the tribe, the calm voice of command in a crisis. You are here to remind us of our own inherent power and our capacity to endure. Your path is not one of quiet reflection. It is a path of active, courageous engagement. Your soul chose this archetype to master the lessons of focused intention and benevolent strength. Your gifts are immense. You possess a deep well of physical and mental energy. Your focus is singular, allowing you to silence the noise and pursue your objectives with incredible drive. You command respect naturally, and people are drawn to your certainty. You are often optimistic and generous, the cornerstone of your family or organization. Your greatest gift is your direct connection to that raw, foundational power, giving you the courage to take on challenges that would intimidate others. But the path of the bedrock is not without its pitfalls. That same unstoppable drive can become a bulldozer, flattening anyone who gets in the way. That certainty can curdle into arrogance. Your singular focus can become a stubborn refusal to see other perspectives. You may struggle with admitting you need help, viewing it as a failure. The shadow of the bedrock is the dictator, the one who controls rather than empowers. The hardest lesson for Type O souls is often surrender. You must learn that true power is not the force you exert on the world, but the strength you provide for others to stand upon. Your greatest spiritual test is to lead with compassion and to learn that collaboration is not weakness. Practice releasing the outcome. Your spirit is wired to win, but find the value in the effort itself. Connect with your body through physical practice, not as a machine for achievement, but as a sacred vessel. Meditate not on what you will conquer, but on the source of your strength. Your purpose is not just to build, but to be the foundation for a more beautiful world. Learn to listen with the same intensity that you act. Find power in stillness, not just in force. Next, we arrive at Type A. If Type O is the foundation, Type A is the master builder. I call this archetype the weaver, not the passive farmer, but the one who intentionally weaves the disparate threads of life into a coherent, beautiful whole. Where the bedrock creates the ground, the weaver builds the home, the community, the culture upon it. The energy of Type A is meticulous, cohesive, and dedicated to creating harmony. It is the energy of order, service, and deep responsibility. If you are Type A, your essence is about bringing structure to chaos. You are the connective tissue of society. You thrive on order, find purpose in consistency, and feel a deep calling to serve the collective. Your mind is a natural organizer, with a gift for creating the systems that make life better for everyone. You are sensitive, earnest, and deeply attuned to the feelings of those around you. You seek to create an outer world that reflects the peace and order you crave inside. The spiritual mission for a Type A soul is to be a creator of sanctuary in a turbulent world. Your purpose is to patiently build and sustain loving, stable structures, be it a family, a business, or a community. You are here to teach the world the profound power of diligence, patience, and cooperation. Your soul chose this path to master the art of conscious creation and the lessons of selfless service. In a culture that idolizes disruption, your sacred duty is to create the harmony that allows for true, sustainable growth. Your gifts are the very pillars of civilization. You are extraordinarily dependable and conscientious. Your word is your bond. Your meticulous attention to detail makes you a brilliant craftsperson, planner, or artist. You are a steadfast friend, a devoted partner, and a pillar of any community you join. Your greatest gift is your capacity to love through quiet, consistent action. You don't just talk about a better world, you wake up every day and patiently build it. The weaver's greatest challenge is their relationship with control. That desire for order can easily become a prison of perfectionism. The need for harmony can breed a paralyzing fear of conflict. The shadow of the weaver is the prisoner of patterns, anxious, overstressed, and terrified of life's inherent messiness. You might suppress your own needs to maintain peace, which creates an inner turmoil that can manifest as illness. Your spiritual test is to learn to find beauty in imperfection and to trust the flow of life, even when it deviates from your careful designs. I guide the Type A soul to find freedom within their own structures. A beautiful tapestry, I often say, has room for a few wild threads. Create your beautiful systems and then trust them to hold. Practice mindfulness to soothe your busy mind. Learn to embrace change not as a threat, but as a new color of thread to weave into your design. Your challenge is to build a vessel of order, but not to fear the untamed river of life that must flow through it. Make time for aimless joy, for activities with no goal but pleasure. You are a weaver for humanity. But every master weaver knows that the most interesting patterns often come from the unexpected knots. Now, we turn to type B. If type A builds the city, type B is the explorer who leaves it, seeking new horizons and returning with new wisdom. I call this archetype the catalyst, not a chaotic rebel, but a necessary agent of change. The energy of type B is adaptive, inventive, and radically individualistic. It is the energy of freedom, curiosity, and passionate truth. If you are type B, conformity is your cage. You are not designed for the beaten path. You are here to prove there is another way. You are guided by your intuition and your core feelings more than by any external rules. Your mind is a flurry of connections, a brainstorm that never ends. You are resilient, optimistic, and emotionally honest. You suffocate in rigid environments and come alive in spaces that value spontaneity and innovation. The spiritual mission of a type B soul is to be the spark that ignites evolution. Your purpose is to dismantle outdated beliefs, challenge rigid structures, and remind the world that there is no single right way to live. You are the innovator, the visionary, the artist who shows us what's possible. Your soul chose this path to learn absolute fidelity to its own inner compass, even in the face of resistance. You are here to live with such unapologetic authenticity that you liberate others to do the same. Your gifts are the cure for stagnation. Your creativity is your essence. You don't just think outside the box. You don't even see the box. You are supremely adaptable, able to make a home anywhere. Your enthusiasm is infectious, inspiring others to break free from their own ruts. You are also naturally empathetic, able to grasp different perspectives with ease. Your greatest gift is your non-linear mind, which allows you to access insights and solutions that are invisible to more conventional thinkers. You are the question, the new idea, the fresh air this world desperately needs. But the catalyst's path can be isolating. Your fierce need for freedom can make deep, stable commitments feel like a trap. Your passion, if unfocused, can scatter your energy across a dozen unfinished projects. The shadow of the catalyst is the ghost, flitting from thing to thing, never fully landing, never fully present. You might be seen as unreliable or self-absorbed because your internal priorities are so radically different from the norm. Your greatest spiritual test is to learn the difference between true freedom and simply escaping responsibility. It is about learning to channel your wildfire energy into a focused beam of light. I advise the type B soul to practice intentionality. A lightning bolt without a target is just a flash in the sky, I say. Your power is magnified when you give it a purpose. Meditate on your core values to discover the one or two great passions that are your true north. These become your anchors. Engage in practices that require both wild creativity and disciplined focus, like jazz improvisation or innovative design. This teaches you to ground your brilliant sparks in reality. Your purpose isn't to blend in, but you must learn how to connect with the very world you seek to change. Finally, we come to the rarest archetype, type AB. I see this type not as a blend, but as a transcendence. It is something new. I call this archetype the alchemist, the one who holds opposites and transforms them into a higher unity. The energy of type AB is paradoxical, integrative, and profoundly perceptive. It is the energy of synthesis, compassion, and deep mystery. If you are type AB, you are a living paradox. You hold the weaver's need for harmony and the catalyst's drive for independence within one being. You can be the life of the party one moment and a silent recluse the next. You are both analytical and profoundly intuitive. To others, this can make you seem like an enigma, but for you, it is simply your nature. You are a natural diplomat, able to understand and merge with all kinds of people and perspectives. The spiritual mission of a type AB soul is to be a living bridge to a new consciousness. Your purpose is to heal separation, within and without. You are the mediator who can genuinely feel both sides of a conflict, the spiritual thinker who unites logic and faith, the artist who fuses structure and chaos into a masterpiece. Your soul chose this deeply complex path to master the sacred art of alchemy, turning the lead of conflict into the gold of understanding. You are a living example of the psychological truth that wholeness is born from integrating our inner opposites. Your gifts are as unique as they are potent. Your greatest power is your radical empathy. You don't just understand people, you feel them, making you an extraordinary guide, healer, and friend. You are incredibly adaptable, possessing the planning skills of A and the spontaneous creativity of B. You are often charismatic and beloved, even if people feel they can never quite pin you down. You are a holistic thinker, solving problems with a blend of logic and intuition that seems almost magical. You are a born peacemaker, capable of creating consensus where there was once war. But the alchemist's path is perhaps the most internally demanding. Living as a walking paradox can be draining. You can be paralyzed by indecision because you see the merit in every single viewpoint. You might feel a profound sense of not belonging anywhere. The shadow of the alchemist is the mirror, so busy reflecting and adapting to others that you lose your own center, feeling fractured or even fake. Your spiritual test is to integrate your many selves into one authentic whole. It is the journey of embracing your paradoxical nature, not as a weakness, but as your defining genius. I guide the type AB soul toward radical self-acceptance. Stop trying to be one thing or the other. You are not a contradiction. I would say, you are a whole new key. Meditation is essential for you to find the still point at the center of your dynamic being. Ground your energy in nature. Your purpose is to serve, but you must learn to create energetic boundaries, lest you become a sponge for the world's pain. Your mission isn't to solve every problem for everyone, but to embody the truth that peace is possible. You are living proof that community and individuality, logic and mystery can dance together in perfect harmony. You have now heard the stories of the four archetypes: the bedrock, the weaver, the catalyst, and the alchemist. Perhaps you see yourself in one, or perhaps you see a piece of your journey in each. But remember this above all: your blood type offers you a map, but your soul decides the destination. The blueprint is not the building. It is a guide, a divine clue, a loving reminder from the universe of the sacred promise you made to yourself. We must all connect back to the source. Whether your inner river is the powerful current of the bedrock or the winding stream of the weaver, it all returns to the same great ocean of being. The purpose of this knowledge is not to put us in boxes. It is to break them open. It is to foster a deeper respect for your own design and a profound compassion for the very different designs of others. The bedrock needs the weaver's harmony. The weaver needs the catalyst's new ideas. We are an orchestra, each playing a vital, unique instrument. So now, this wisdom becomes your own personal inquiry. Take a quiet moment. Look at your life. Consider the patterns, the innate gifts, the recurring challenges. What is your blood type? If this story struck a chord in your soul, share it below. And don't just share a letter, share a moment of recognition. What strength or challenge felt undeniably true? We are not defined by these archetypes, but in sharing our stories of them, we weave a magnificent tapestry of human consciousness. Your story is an essential thread. The journey to know yourself is the only journey there is. It is the great adventure of a lifetime. The blood pulsing through you now is doing more than just keeping you alive. It is a sacred calling, an invitation to step into the purpose that is, and has always been, yours alone. Listen to its quiet rhythm. The path is already inside you.